How to make a very easy tomato bisque. Very simple. We start with a 4-quart, and in case you need to move it from the stove, we can put the handles afterwards, just like that. And here's the lid. So if you want to take the handles off, you just put your hand on the lid and they come off. What we're gonna do first is we're going to preheat the pan with nothing on it. You'll be okay, it's fine, relax. Next thing, first thing that I'm gonna get, once that preheats a wee bit, we are going to add some butter and garlic. So my butter's right here. I'm gonna wait till it heats up and it's just warm enough for the bottom. So as soon as I put the butter, it will melt. You can start at medium-high if you like. Medium-high is for fry. Remember that, medium-high is for fry. And now I can feel like a little bit of the heat on the sides. It takes like a couple minutes to heat up. And then we're gonna add the butter. So if you notice the butter, it's already doing a little bit of a dance. So the heat on these pans are even heat, but my stove and the dirt where I live is probably not that level. We live in California zone, so anything could go. You can hear the sizzling in there. So as soon as it sizzles, you're gonna take 1 tablespoon of garlic, especially in the winter. Garlic's very good for you. It's your go-to antibiotic type of herb. I call it an herb. Other people might call it something else. At this point, you can turn it down to medium because we don't want the garlic to get brown. You just want it translucent, transparent, just like me. Keep it at medium, just a little bit of medium-high. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're gonna add some tomato paste and we're gonna use the whole thing. And this will thicken up. I'm not using any flour, so this is literally gluten-free. I leave some a little bit just in case I need to add more. So bring it to medium-high just to fry up this beautiful tomato paste, organic. Very simple to make this soup. This is my go-to soup, better than working hard in the kitchen. I like convenience without having to go out. All freshly made at home. At least it's got my energy, and my energy will heal. Now we have the tomato paste in there. Then I have organic marinara sauce, and we're going to add it slowly but surely into the 4-quart. And then we mix it up. Look at how beautiful and rich this is already. And then the next thing that we're going to do is very simple. We're gonna add and this is optional, especially if you're cooking for children. Even though it will evaporate, you can put a little bit, like about a 1/4 cup of Cabernet Sauvignon red wine. This will give it a really nice balance. It goes well, and as soon as we heat it up to 185, 195 degrees, that wine will evaporate. Bring it to boil for a little bit. Meanwhile, I put away, discarded some of the stuff in there, the jars. We're gonna take a little bit, approximately a 1/4 cup of olive oil. This will give it a really beautiful taste. And I'm gonna move to a bigger spoon, even though it doesn't matter. See how quickly this cookware, it cooks super fast, faster than anything, without using any heavy metal toxicity into the food. Buy as much as you can. Please, please buy everything on glass because it's inert. Every other glass, this is about 2 tablespoons of organic maple syrup. Anyway, heavy metals, as soon as you heat them up, they rise to whatever you are cooking. Be aware that many people that have either Alzheimer's or dementia, they have concentrations of heavy metals in their brain. Very scary stuff. And now I have some heavy whipped cream. You can use coconut oil if you are vegan, but I'm not. I used to be. So I like heavy cream. And this is where the magic begins. Look at this beautiful rosso, color rosa. My husband adores this soup. He absolutely loves it. It's his favorite. And sometimes I serve it with a grilled cheese sandwich when it's like a really cold day. That is absolutely divine. So you taste it for flavor, and then we're gonna add a couple things. Incredible, magical, delicious. In my case, I want a little bit more wine. Maybe I'll just drink some of it. But this is gorgeous. So no need for the wine. But like I said, once you heat it up to 195 degrees Fahrenheit, the wine will evaporate. So let's just let it cook for a bit. Magical stuff. Now, if you want to make it a little bit spicy, you can put a little bit of cayenne pepper. If not, leave it be. It's great as it is. Or you can put a little bit of chipotle pepper, which will go absolutely delicious. It'll become a little bit smoky. Again, if you're serving it for children, it's probably not going to be adequate because they might not like spicy. Some children do eat spicy, some others don't. But this is almost done. I just wanted to bring it to temperatures, which is 195 degrees Fahrenheit. It tastes divine, seriously divine. And I'm gonna show you now how to serve it. It's simple as that. Basically, instead of making, if you wanted to make it from your own tomatoes, very simple. Gather all your fresh tomatoes that you grew at home, really fresh, the ripest, the better. Wash them up really good. Pulse them on the blender, pulse, not blend super fast, just cut them into small pieces and then pulse in the blender, especially a high-speed blender. And then you do exactly the same thing, because really that's what marinara sauce is. If you're gonna get the fresh San Marzano tomatoes and you wanna do the same thing, you get a hand blender, right? Because those are already cooked, they're preserved. You can use a hand blender. The only thing I don't like to use those tomatoes is because they've been sitting in a can, and I'm trying to avoid as much can as possible. So contamination is real. If you really want to take care of your health, you're gonna have to make sure that what you're eating is not in a can, is more on a glass, that you are cooking in cookware that is proven for 80 years plus, that is delicious food, non-toxic, and what you put in is what comes out. No added coming from the pan. So you won't have any of that metallic taste when you cook your foods. This is the grand finale. So it's really nice, and this is approximately 185 degrees, just below boiling point. Boiling is 212, and we're cooking at a 195 degrees Fahrenheit. In fact, this cooker should be called 185 degrees. Now, what we have in here, we're gonna turn it down to low if I'm not serving it right away, but if I am serving it right away, I'm gonna show you this is what I would do. Put a bit of soup there, and this is absolutely divine. There you go. Voila. I hope you love this recipe as much as we do. And I want you to please subscribe to my channel so I can continue to get inspired to deliver even more beautiful, easy, delicious foods. Thank you. God bless you. God bless us all. Until then, have a happy, healthy, and wealthy day. Ciao.